So today we're actually practicing part of our flood management training in case of a flood stage event. So here we're on the bypass road, and this is part of the flood wall that can be constructed in case the waters were to rise, the flood waters were to rise to this point. We have to train on this annually to ensure that we're proficient in the event of a flood. That way we can put it up quickly. So we get the fire department, police department, and UMG, State Highway Department. We get everyone that would be involved in that situation. We get them here and we practice together as a team. Again, just to make sure we're all on the same page and make sure that we can put the wall up in a safe and effective manner is why we train on it every year. So if there is a flood event, of course, we want to stay away from any water that may be on the roadway, because honestly, we won't know how deep the water is. You may think, well, it's safe to cross, and it doesn't look like that much water, but we want to stay away from areas where it would be lower, where water could settle. We don't want to try to cross that even in a vehicle, because even a foot of water can sweep a vehicle away. Doesn't have to be rapid moving water. Any high water can cause problems for us. Just because it's your normal path doesn't mean you have to take that path in the event of a flood. Try to take alternate routes. It's very nice to have the public kind of see behind the scenes of this going on. People may be driving by wondering, hey, what are we doing out here? It's good that the public knows that. Thank Domino's, they provided the dinner for all the members out here today. Pike County Emergency Management as well for being here. The police department's here helping us, and all the fire department members behind me working hard to put this up tonight.
So what we're doing today is we're constructing our annual Floodgate training. This is where we construct our wall. We put it up by hand, and this is just so when the water raises that it contains it to a certain area that in theory should protect the downtown city of Pikeville and not causing further harm for the communities around. So right now we are in between the Bose addition, the upper and lower Bose additions. As you're coming from the bypass road to the Pikeville High School, it's the underpass directly behind me. So when we construct this, it's a beam, beam, beam. So you got 3 runs of beams that we put up. Also, if you're familiar with Wendy's on South Med Trail, that's where we have a swinging gate that also blocks the water from that area. Today, for instance, we're making sure everybody in the community is aware of what we do. We put it out about a week ahead of time. And when we construct this wall, we will let everybody know as well that they may need to seek an alternate route for safety. That way you're not blocked in as well.
Like anything else, repetition, where we don't really have to do it that often. It's good to not get rusty. All those guys there, you know, some of them's experienced with it. Some of them, the new firemen, this is their first time doing it as well. And you know, for people like myself and them, you know, that's never done this before, you know, whenever the time comes, we desperately need to know how to do this. They can contact us on the non-emergency line for 911 dispatch. The number is 606-437-5111. That rings directly into our dispatch. You know, we can give you updates about police, fire, and EMS. You can also reach us on Facebook. It's Pikeville Public Safety, and we try to post updates. I know we had shared the update that the roads were going to be closed for this training. So that's also a very good source to keep up to date with stuff. Don't hesitate to call. If you think it's something trivial, don't be afraid to call and report it. If you know, you see an event going on, feel free to reach out to us. If there's something that you know you think that we need to be notified of, reach out to us by all means on Facebook or that non-emergency number.
Today we're doing our annual Floodgate drill that is required of us to do per the Corps of Engineers in case we have a flooding event. Right now what you see going on beside of me is the what we call the north flood wall that we erect up. They're right now in the process of turning it down. We've already got it put up and made our checks, also greased it, make sure everything was good to go, and now they're just putting everything back up for storage in case we need it. The reason why we have to have the drill every year is due to the fact not only is the Corps require us to do that, but when they've done the cut-through project back in the early 80s, this was part of the flood control to keep from downtown flooding. The catastrophic flood that we had in 1977, that's what made everything start rolling in motion for the cut through and everything like that. So that's why we do this, is it's basically protecting the downtown area from ever flooding.